Hello, welcome back. Hope you're all well. Now, it's a long time since you've seen me in the van. Last time I drove the van was December the 23rd, and it's the 22nd of August now. Yeah, so on December the 23rd, I took it out. My sister-in-law broke down in Harlow, and on a roundabout, and the AA was called at 4 o'clock or something like that in the afternoon, and so I went out about 7 o'clock because she's still in this roundabout in the dark, and parked behind her with the flashlights on and that on, and she finally got picked up about 1:30 in the morning. Well, it's pretty good for a woman on her own and all the rest of it. So anyway, I got back here about 3 o'clock in the morning and parked it on the grass, and I left it about a week, and then I started out and put it on here. So it hasn't been moved since December, the end of December, and like I say, it's the 22nd of August today. I thought better get it on the road, better get out and do some work, sort of thing. So I just checked the battery, and it was down to 0.75 volts and less than 1 volt. So I don't know what chance we're going to have with that. And I put the trickle charger on it, but obviously it's putting so little power in that it wasn't registering any difference. So just to get it moving, I'll put my own little charger on it. Well, it's the only one I've got now, to be honest with you. A little 4-watt charger, just to get the battery up a bit more, and then I'll put the trickle charger back on it. You may hear a clicking. There you go. Hopefully you heard it. And that is the relay for the split charge, because I've got the leisure battery in the back. The leisure battery is at 2.25, so 2.25 volts at the back. I've just checked that as well, and double checked it because I couldn't believe it. But then I thought about it, and I think I have pumped up the tyres a couple of times on this with the compressor and everything else. So yeah, so the situation is now that I've got to get the van back on the road. When I come back from Harlow, the pads actually wore down. You know, they got to the final bit of the scraping and that on the pads. I did order some wheel bearings as well for the back of it, but because of lockdown and all the rest of the crap was going on, they never turned up. You know, so it's money back and all the rest of it. But you know what I'm saying. So I've got the discs to put on it, so I'm going to put the discs on the back of it at some point. And yeah, so the discs are going, but obviously the wheel bearings are not going to, come yet. We'll just chuck the discs on it. I haven't even checked the wheel bearings. I just thought I'd do it all in one go, but I want to do it all eventually. Yeah. Right. So the plan is obviously to do the disc brakes on the back, and then the wheel bearings will probably be a bit later on, so it'll be another video I think for the wheel bearings. But the back plates are rotten, and to do them, the back plates, I need to take the wheel bearings off, so I might as well do the wheel bearings while I'm doing the back plates. But when I do the discs, I'll probably not bother changing them, just to get everything up and running, and you know what I'm saying. There's loads of other little jobs to do. The sump is very, very thin. It's a common problem on these. So I need to change the sump. It's a wasp. Yeah, so I need to change the sump on this. It's never been serviced since I've had it. That's the trouble. I'm too busy servicing everybody else's machines and not done my own. Typical, isn't it? Another job I've got to tackle is rewiring everything in the back. Obviously, if you don't know, well, I say it's obvious, but if you don't know, I've got a electric battery in the back, and an inverter, 3,000 watt inverter, what boosts up to 6,000 watts. So I've got that inverter in the back, and it was only ever temporary wired, and it needs sorting out. Plus I've got, like, off of that electric battery, I've got working lights on the back of the van, and I've got 2 sets of flashlights on the roof. The CB runs off of that. Quite a few things run off of that actually, so for the electric battery. So I need to rewire that. I've been on about that since I've done it. I've obviously got the little you know, the solar little panel here, what's behind the camera, it's only a little 4-watt charger thing, but it's supposed to keep the battery topped up. Obviously it hasn't been, but even though this says it has been, I was just looking at the lights flickering when it goes through that thing as well. So yeah, so anyway, I've got to do that. Let's mention the sump. I may be taking the sign writing off, but we'll talk about that in another video. You know, if I do go and do it. Not 100% sure what I'm doing, but that's another video. That might be interesting if you've got a van with sign writing on and you've never seen it taken off before. It's quite easy. But yeah, it's a matter of how you clean it up and all the rest of it. So that may need doing. I'm not 100% sure yet. We're still discussing that. It says the sump, obviously it needs servicing. It needs a bloody good clean inside, because like the grass and everything else was growing in here. And there's a few leaks behind the dashboard, was very common on these as well. I need to deal with that. Then I want to do a few mods to it. It's this time it got smartened up a little bit. Not 100% sure what I'm doing yet. Don't think I'll be going down the route of putting roll cages and stuff like that, roll caging and stuff like that. It's a shame because I'd like that, but we've only a 1250 in it, 1250 diesel. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. And what else? There's lots of civil things I want to do. So that's what's going to be coming up on the channel for a little while, over a little period of time. Obviously we're still doing the other stuff. It's when I can fit it in and when I'm going to forward the bits. As the parts come, we'll better do it. But I need to get back on the road, because it's bloody annoying having a motor sitting here. I didn't mind what was in lockdown. That's why the bits have been here. I think the discs have been here since about February. But there's no point. I'm not going to work. I'm not doing anything else. So it just sat there. It's a shame, really. One of the upgrades I'm thinking about doing, I'm not 100% sure, is open the springs. I know I put two new springs on this. I don't know, last year or the year before. But I'm thinking of putting, you know, some different springs on it, just to help it corner a bit better. But one of the problems I have is the cornering. But I think a lot of that's down to the weight in the back, because obviously there's nothing in there now, any rubbish. But normally I'd have my toolboxes and everything else in here, and it's a lot of weight. But the trouble is, because it ain't got a lot of power, you slow down for the corners, and then because, you know, and if you've got some, you know, like a modern car behind you, they're sitting behind you going, what the bloody hell, you know, because they just go around the corner like it's nothing. Whereas in this, you're like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be lots of little mods I want to do to it. Obviously, this is the basic van as you can get. It's got the wind-up windows, it's got no air conditioning, nothing like that. I think it's a good thing in a way. But yeah, I want to mod it on. I want to make it a little bit. I want a little project where I can basically. I want a little project where I can do something to a motor. I can't find any of the cars. I was thinking about buying another car for the channel and doing it up and all that. But everything I want to do, because it's all older stuff, it's like a mega money. It's ridiculous, you know. You know, things like what I grew up with and what I raced, like the Minis and stuff like that. Even Vauxhall Novas now, I mean, they're just ridiculous money. Absolutely ridiculous money. And the Minis, and yeah, I tried to look at different motors, but it's just not worth it. I'd rather put the money into this. I'm going to actually use it. Well, you know, so yeah, so I hope that makes sense. Lots of stuff coming up. It's like, this is just like a little thing to let you know what I'm doing with the van. And hopefully I can stop that clicking in a minute. And maybe even fire it up. I haven't got a lot of battery left, but if I get it fired up, I might put it on the end of this. Just thought I'd give you a little look under the bonnet. That's the lead for the split charge circuit. Just bolts on there. The earth is in the back, earth's against the body. So it just connects onto that, it's easy enough. I've done a video on that if you wanna, if you're interested in that sort of thing. I have done a video on it, and we'll cover it again when we do all the wiring in the back. Yeah, obviously a bit grubby where she's been sitting. Cable still, you know, extension lead's still on there. Whilst charging the battery. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's an old van. It's a 55 plate. That's yeah. It's been a good old bus so far. These wires here are for the flashlights in the grille. They're probably going actually because they're only cheap ones and they don't last very long in the sunlight, and they're not very waterproof. But yeah, it'll look under the bonnet. Right, the battery is 100% dead. I've got just over 2.5 volts on it. I have left the triple charge on it just to try it. You never know, do you? But I think it's had it. It was probably had it when I got it, to be honest with you, because whenever I parked out for a few weeks, it's always needed jumping, and obviously I park up for about 2 or 3 months a year because I don't have no work. But yeah, so it's another battery. It's not just one of them things, isn't it? But I am adding up the list of parts I need to get the job done, and obviously got to start saving for the bits. But it'll be all coming very, very soon. Another little job I've got is this that holds the diesel pipes on underneath. I've ripped, when I took it off the grass, I ripped the bloody, caught them on the grass and ripped them off. I don't know why, because I've been out this on, you know, that bit of grass loads of times, and I'm on farms and God knows why. I don't take the van, but for some reason it didn't like it that day, and I've ripped the diesel the bracket off. Flashlights and stuff have fell down. But yeah, so we're not going to get it running in this video. I can't jump start it because Heidi's car's not here. But yeah, we'll get it running, I've no doubt on that. So the next video I think we'll be doing the disc brakes on this van. I've obviously got me mowers and my other projects going on, or still be going up on the channel. This is just something else to look forward to, I think. If yeah, a lot of people like the vans and car stuff, yeah, me included, so that's what we're going to do. The van is another project. So if you like this sort of stuff, subscribe, ring the bell, ding-a-ding-a-ding and all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy.
Bye.